Salve a tutti. Hi everyone. Many of you have been asking me to give you updates in English, so I'm going to do the following video in English. Last week, the new citizenship decree was approved at the Chamber of Deputies after having been approved by the Senate in the plenary. For those of you who follow my political activity, you'll know that this is a decree that heavily penalizes Italian communities abroad. And it's one that we as Partito Democratico, especially the Partito Democratico members elected abroad, heavily contested. Why is this new decree so penalizing to Italian communities abroad? Because from now on, the transmission of Italian citizenship will be limited to 2 generations. That means that a grandparent can pass on their Italian citizenship only to their grandchildren and no longer to their great or great-great-grandchildren. What's even more penalizing is that a grandparent will only be able to pass on their Italian citizenship to their grandchildren if they hold only exclusively Italian citizenship. That means if they hold dual citizenship, they will no longer be able to pass that on to their grandchildren. What's even more penalizing is that if you're looking to obtain Italian citizenship through your grandparent, through a grandparent, you will only be able to do so if that grandparent holds exclusively Italian citizenship. That means that if he or she holds dual citizenship, you will no longer be able to obtain your Italian citizenship through them. Despite my strong opposition to this decree through amendments, speeches in the Senate, in both the committee and the plenary, as well as great opposition from my entire party, the Partito Democratico, this decree was unfortunately approved by both Chamber and Senate. However, there is one very positive aspect to this decree, which I'm so thrilled to share with you. So, following various bills, many amendments, many interrogations, speaking directly to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister Tajani, speaking in the committee, in various committees, and last but not least, the collection of signatures on my bill on the reacquisition of Italian citizenship, which allowed this bill to be scheduled in the first committee. Well, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister Tajani, decided to go back on his original decision. The original decision was to double the length of time in which Italians who once held Italian citizenship and renounced their citizenship due to naturalization would have to reside in Italy. Well, now a window has been opened as of this July and lasting 2.5 years in which all those who lost Italian citizenship due to naturalization will be able to reacquire their citizenship. So it's something for which I am so grateful. I strongly invite all of you, if you had a grandparent or you have a parent who lost their citizenship due to naturalization, well, this is the time in which they will be able to reacquire it. I thank you all so much for your support in this, the support in this very long battle. I am so grateful to all of you for your support, your constant support through emails, letters, supporting me in this long battle to obtain this result, the reacquisition of Italian citizenship for those who lost it decades ago. In the next few weeks, in the weeks to come, we will issue a press release with specific information on how to go about reacquiring lost citizenship. The second thing I'd like to talk to you about today is the upcoming Italian referendum. For those of us residing abroad, we should have received by mail, by today, 5 ballots to vote on 5 questions in the Italian referendum. The Italian referendum will be held on the 8th and 9th of June, but for those of us abroad, we'll be voting earlier than that, as each consulate needs to receive the ballots by no later than 4 p.m. on Thursday, June 5th. Since this is a referendum, we must vote either yes or no. Question number 1. If you are illegally fired from your place of work, should you have the right to be rehired by that same place of work? Question number 2. If you are illegally fired from your place of work, should you be entitled to severance pay where the amount of pay is determined by a judge? Question number 3. Do you want to limit the use of short-term work contracts? Current Italian law states that short-term work contracts can last up to 24 months. Question number 4. If Company A contracts out to Company B, can Company A be held liable for any workplace injuries that ensue? Question number 5. Do you want to reduce the amount of time it takes for a foreigner to obtain Italian citizenship? Current Italian law states that an immigrant in this country must reside in this country for 10 consecutive years before they are able to apply for Italian citizenship. The question on the ballot is, do you want to reduce that period from 10 to 5 years? Remember, in order for real change to happen, 50% plus 1 of Italian citizens need to vote in this referendum. It is your duty and it is your right to vote. So please exercise your right to vote and send out those 5 ballots in the mail as soon as possible. Mi raccomando, facciamo sentire forte la nostra voce, anche dall'estero.